A warm greetings to all. I am Pooja Inayar, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, PSCMR College, Engineering and Technology, Vijayawada. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to the day 4 of our faculty development program, organized by the Department of ECE, PSCMR College of Engineering and Technology, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Over the 3 days, we have had insightful sessions, engaging discussions, and valuable knowledge sharing. I sincerely hope that the learning so far have been beneficial and inspiring to all of you. As we begin today's session, it is a great privilege to invite our esteemed resource person, Dr. Amit Kohli, delivering the session on the topic of journal selection strategies and publication ethics and plagiarism. Welcome you, sir. Let us continue with the same enthusiasm and active participation. I'm confident that day 4 will be more practical, insightful, and meaningful. So, welcome you all to this session of day 4. Now, I invite our head of the department, Dr. A. Balakrishna, sir, for the address note.
Greetings to all. Respected Principal Sir, distinguished speaker, Dr. Amit Kohli, esteemed faculty members, participants, dear colleagues. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to day 4 of our 5-day faculty development program on advanced research paper writing, scholarly tools, journal selection strategies, and plagiarism organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Over the past 3 days, the response to this FDP has been truly overwhelming and inspiring. We have been consistently receiving an average of 1,300 views daily with 13,000 plus registrations, which reflects the relevance and importance of this program in today's academic and research ecosystem. This enthusiastic participation motivates us to continue striving for excellence in organizing such meaningful academic events. Today's session focuses on crucial aspects of research publication, including journal selection strategies, publication ethics, and plagiarism awareness. In the present academic environment, understanding plagiarism, maintaining research integrity, and selecting the right journal are essential responsibilities of every researcher and faculty member. We are extremely privileged to have with us Dr. Amit Kohli, an eminent academician and researcher who has kindly agreed to share his expertise with us today. At this moment, I would also like to special acknowledge and appreciate Professor Dr. Amit Kohli sir dedication and commitment. While our current time here is 6:30 p.m. in the evening, it is only 5 a.m. at his location, Canada, Vancouver City. As he is in a time zone, a different time zone, that is approximately 1.5 hours behind us with the morning. That is, despite this early hour, he has graciously joined us to deliver his session. This truly reflects his passion towards academic excellence and his commitment to knowledge sharing. Sir, on behalf of the Department of ECE and the entire organizing team, I express my heartfelt thanks from the bottom of my heart with huge appreciation for your willingness to be part of this FDP and for accommodating us in your schedule. I am confident that today's session will be highly informative, insightful, and beneficial to all the participants. With these words, I once again extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished speaker and all the participants. Thank you.
Okay,
Now,
first of all, yes, can I start?
Sir, sir,
sir,
one second, sir. One second.
we have a small presentation, sir. After that, we can start, sir.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, please.
Now, I am so grateful and privileged to invite our esteemed resource person, Dr. Amit Kohli sir, for this FDP session. So, we have a small video highlights of our respected resource person. Let us proceed to the video. So, sir, extremely sorry to disturb in between. Sir, we have to unmute yourself. Then only the video voice can be heard.
One second, sir, please.
Amit Kohli to deliver this valuable session. Thank you. Dr. Amit Kohli is an associate professor at University Canada, West Canada. He previously served as research scientist at the University of Arizona, USA. He holds a PhD from India and has earned 2 master degrees, one in industrial engineering and another in administrative sciences. With over 25 years of combined academic and industry experience, Dr. Amit Kohli has been honored with the Best Teacher Award and Young Scientist Award. He has published more than 50 research papers in reputed international journals, including Elsevier, Tyler and Francis, Springer, in the Science and Accra. Dr. Kohli has actively participated in numerous international conferences across the UK, Italy, Canada, Japan, Hungary, and the USA. He is also the author of 2 books and holds 2 design patents along with 1 utility patent. His research interests span a wide range of emerging technologies and areas, including augmented reality, virtual reality, blockchain, the Internet of Things, digital marketing, supply chain management, and digital transformation. Now, it's our honor and privilege to invite our today's resource person, Dr. Amit Kohli, to deliver his valuable session. Thank you.
Sir, now I am grateful to invite our esteemed resource person for delivering the session. So over to you, sir.
Okay, first of all, great presentation. Well done. It's my privilege that you have invited me. I'm thankful to Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Pscmr, College of Engineering and Technology, Vijayawada, India. So thank you so much for giving me a chance to be part of this prestigious conference. So let me share my screen and we are going to start our session. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to discuss about journal selections, strategies, and publication ethics, plagiarism, and so on, as told by your committee members. And thankful to Dr. Bala, Dr. Pooja. My name is Dr. Amit Kohli. I'm Associate Professor at University Canada West, Vancouver, Canada. Step one, we have different steps to identify or what are the strategies before publishing. So what is the first step which we have to identify that we should publish or not? So you have to think that your paper is empirical paper, is it quantitative, qualitative, or your paper is conceptual, or you are writing a review paper, it is systematic paper, it is bibliometrics, and you are writing a case study may be in Harvard Business Review, in IB publication, in case.org, or it is like a technical paper. So you have to think before you publish anything. Now let me explain these things in detail. So what do we mean by empirical quantitative? It means that your research is based upon some numerical data, some statistical analysis. So main purpose is you have generated hypothesis, H0, H1, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. You are talking of various type of test, p-test, you are talking of z-test, t-test, and so on. So what will be the focus of your, what will be the structure? Structure, maybe you start with your introduction, of course, literature review, your hypothesis, what are the methods, methodology you are using, and last is result, discussion, and conclusion. So I gave some example of empirical research, quantitative. Now, empirical research qualitative means research which is based upon non-numeric data. In this, of course, you can convert non-numeric into numeric by doing some thematic, doing some coding, doing some statistical analysis. You are taking interviews, you are having some focus group, you are doing some case observation. So this is qualitative empirical research. Next is conceptual paper. You are building theory building paper without new data collection. You are making a framework, you are developing some models, or you are validating, you are telling the reliability of that framework. So we have to think of background, you have to think of framework, you have to think of value proportion, and of course, last is reliability and validity of your framework. That is more important than making a framework. Is my voice audible, or you want me to increase my my volume? Is it fine?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Okay, great. So next, maybe review paper. Review is two types. One is systematic, other is bibliometrics. Systematic means you are using some patterns, some gaps, some trends, and please mention what are your inclusion, exclusion criteria. You can use Prisma, you can use thematic analysis. This is known as review systematic. And then there is review bibliometrics. So bibliometrics is a software. Let me discuss more about bibliometrics. I will showcase you in my presentation about bibliometrics. So how it is different than systematic literature review. So bibliometrics is quantitative mapping of research fields using databases. You can use various databases like Scopus, like Web of Science, etc. So before I jump into the next slide, let me showcase you about bibliometrics analysis. So this is bibliometric analysis. It is a statistical analysis of bibliographic data derived from various academics and scientific literature. Now, why we use this, what we are going to mention in bibliometrics. So in bibliometrics, we will see number of and patterns of your papers, your field. We will do the statistical analysis. We will see the top 5 authors, bottom 5 authors, core journal, which university is top in your field. Let me showcase you more things about bibliometrics. So it is different than systematic literature review because bibliometrics is showing you about top authors, core journals. My topic is digital transformation, digital trends, leading countries in your field. But systematic literature review is showing you the challenges SMEs following. What is digital transformation improving? What are the models, frameworks they are used? So bibliometrics analysis and systematic analysis is different, as I told you. But if you do the combination of both, it is the best strategy of writing a paper. Okay, so application of bibliometric analysis, identification of profile authors, analysis of preferred publication sources, authorship pattern analysis, citation count per article. So everything the software will do. You are not going to do anything. Everything software is going to do. So what you are going to do? So the software will find all this, and it is authenticated. It is nothing plagiarized. So you can take the help of this software. So it is an open-based R package designed for quantitative research. Okay. So BiblioShiny is a user-friendly web-based version of bibliometrics. So we are going to use BiblioShiny. It's a web-based user-friendly software. Now, what is psychometric? Psychometric means it is measuring science as a whole, and bibliometric means measuring books, research papers as a whole. Okay, now what you have to do? So you have to go to Web of Science or Scopus or any database. Then you inculcate the keywords of your, keywords here, keywords of your topic. Once you added the keywords in, right now I'm using Scopus database, then you have to export the file. Of course, you will use inclusion and exclusion criteria that I'm not mentioning Chinese paper, I'm mentioning only English papers. I'm not discussing SMEs, I'm discussing large enterprises. So you have to add inclusion and exclusion criteria. So I have already added here. So once you add this in your database, it will give you number of papers. When I did, the paper were about 28419 of my topic, 28,419. But when I shortlisted, it became near about 500 papers after inclusion and exclusion criteria. So once it is done, then you will be here, you have to install R. This is the way to install R. And then you have to install R Studio. So 2 things you have to install. Once you have installed these R or R Studio, you will be You are not going to, no need to learn this R or R Studio. These are the only 3 queries or codes you have to write in R console. Only 3. So you are going to write install.packages, library, and biblioshiny. That's it. Only if you don't need no, you don't know how to do coding. Only
Excuse me, sir, voice is not clear.
voice is not clear. I should speak loud.
The voice is not clear.
Yes, sir. A bit more, I think so, sir.
Pardon?
I think a voice should be raised little bit more, sir.
Okay,
So
I am
that-
going to raise. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sorry for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so what we are doing is we are learning bibliometrics. Bibliometrics, as I told you, it is a systematic literature view. It is not like SLR. It is a little different because it is going to show us top authors in your field, top countries in your field, and top keywords that are used in your field, number of citations in your field. So I will showcase all this. So what I was discussing is that for bibliometrics software or biblioshiny, which is web-based software, what you have to do is you have to install R and R Studio. That's it. And then you add these queries or codes. Once you add all these things, you will be on this page. And when you are on this page, it will ask you what type of database you have used. So you can write Web of Science or Scopus, whatever database you have. And then you have to load your data. You go to browse and add the data. Once it is in the form of CSV file or it is in the form of the bib file. So bib file, how do you get bib file? You can download from this. See here, when you are on Scopus database, you have to export it in form of bib file. So when you have exported all these things, you will see, I have used Scopus, you will see all your papers are here. That's it. And now you will press one by one all the things. You will see this information. I have used 236 papers in my research. It will show you all these things. It will make a summary. It will discuss about average citation per year in your field. So in my field, 2018 was a very nice year where people were doing a lot of research. These are the most relevant sources, top journals in my field. These are, some of the trends in my field, and so on. So it will showcase you all the things. It will do the interpretation, most local cited authors in your field, author production over time, how much is your author local impact, highest local impact, and all these things, which countries on the top, Germany, Italy, China, they have done a lot of research in my field, that is digital transformation. Then it will be showing most global cited documents. So Lee has done a wonderful job in my field, and he has a lot of research papers. The citation was about 553. So once you do all these things, it's very easy to write a paper. And these are all my keywords, top keywords, which have been used by various authors. Okay, so what you are going to learn from this, you will find annual scientific production, explain why the field is growing or decline. So my field was growing earlier, now it is going down. Why it is going down, you are going to explain what other things are coming, like AI is coming for this reason. Explain why few authors dominate, what this means for knowledge leadership in the field. Explain most author published ones, while few have highly productive. So all these things you are going to discuss in your paper. And once you have, this is the Scopus bib file which I have downloaded from Scopus, and then you are able to write the research paper based upon your Biblio Shiny. Okay, I hope you understood. Any question regarding Biblio Shiny or Bibliometrics? Let me proceed then. Okay, so we were discussing about these things. We have discussed about types of research paper. This is a comparison table I have made for you. And of course, there are case studies. Case studies are a little different than research paper because case studies consist of two things. One is teaching notes, and teaching notes is for teachers. And one is briefing note. So briefing note is like you are briefing the case. But the difference is in case study, you are not going to give the output. You're going to make a question mark. Now, what students think, what others are thinking about this case. So this question mark in the end. So no conclusion. This is known as briefing note. And then you're going to prepare a teaching note for teachers to ask questions. This is your duty to prepare both the notes, briefing note and teaching note. So different than research paper. Okay, if you're doing simulation, if you are using some technical paper, then you have to do all these things. So this is the first step about thinking about what is your paper. Your paper is SLR, your paper is bibliometrics analysis, your paper is quantitative, qualitative. So first have a thought on this. Then second, you have to match scope and aim of that journal. So your paper should match scope and aim. I always tell to the students, suppose you are mentioning the paper in that journal, any journal. So try your best to get 2 or 3 papers from that journal. What do you mean? So you have to refer at least 2 or 3 papers from that journal in your journal, in your paper. So so this is very important thing what I'm telling you right now. So 2 or 3, you take and read their journals, 2 or 3 papers you take and mention in your paper, because you are sending the paper to that journal. So it's always beneficial to see their scope and aim. Second, try to mention few papers which are related or which are already added in that journal. Then matching scope and aim, recently published paper, review recently published papers, their articles. Try your best last 10 years. Don't go too far. So last 10-year papers and publish several SEM, structure equation modeling. See that if the journal is recently published or not, based upon technology adoptions, based upon your SEM study. So once you have matched scope and aim, you have to think of keywords. So matching your paper keywords with those commonly used in journal increases the relevance of publishing in that journal. So we write a paper, we never think where to publish, and we never think of, we just select random journals. So what I'm doing is I'm telling you the strategies of selecting which journal you should publish. For example, if the journal frequently use terms like digital transformation, institutional trust, and your paper uses the same terms or keywords, then it shows that there is alignment in your paper and the journal where you are submitting. So most of the editors, the journals, they reject it. Why? Because your aim and scope, your keywords, which are mostly used in that journal, they are not aligned. So you have to think on these issues before sending your paper to that journal. You must check whether the journal prefers theory-driven research or applied research. So some journals, they prefer only literature review. Some papers, they prefer theory-driven, focused on developing, testing new theories. Some people, they say, no, we don't prefer theory. We need only applied research, practical solution, real world application or implication. So you have to think, you have to see that your paper is matching the requirement of that journal. If yes, go ahead and send your paper. If not, then see some other journal. Next, check journal quality indicators. Again, it is the duty of a researcher to check the quality, credibility, academic standing using the following indicators. So I'm going to tell you how you can check the quality of the journal. So you have to think that your journal where you are publishing your paper is officially recognized and included in major academic databases or not. For example, Scopus is a large international abstract and citation database managed by Elsevier, and it has a lot of reputation. It is peer-reviewed journal. Web of Science is selective academic database. We have SSCI, we have SCI. SSCI covers Social Science Citation Index. SCI covers science and technical journals. So we have to think of indexing. Now, how I will come to know that my paper or this journal is Scopus, it is SCI. So I have added the links for you. You click on the link and see that journal, put the name of that journal, and then see that this journal is Scopus, is it SCA or not. So I have already provided you in this presentation all the links for you, for your help. Then you have to see that journal is DOAJ directory of open access. It lists legitimate open access journals and helps identify trustworthy open access publication. Then we have ABDC. This also ranks journal in business and management field. It's known as Australian Business Dean Council. It shows that journal is a quality journal. We have ABS, Association of Business Schools, Academic Journal Guide. It provides journal ranking used mainly in business and management journals ranking. Again, the second criteria is quartile. Quartile means that your paper is in Q1 journal, Q2 journal, Q3 and Q4. So Q1, what do you mean by Q1? Q1 means quartile 1. So this shows the top 25% of journals in your category. So 25% journal. What do you mean by 25? So if there are suppose 200 journals in education, so top 50 means 25% is Q1 and next 50 will be Q2 and so on. So quartile ranking helps compare journals within the same discipline. So you have to see that your journal where you are publishing is top 25 journals in the category. Is it Q1? Is it Q2? Or so on. So best is of course Q1. Then we have to think of impact factor. factor, we have to think of impact matrix, citation-based matrix. So where we are talking of impact factor, more the impact factor, of course, better the quality, better the citation report. So impact factor 4 means each article published in past 2 years was cited 4 times. So each article published in the last 2 years was cited 4 times on an average. We have cite score in Scopus matrix. It shows average citations per article published in last 4 years. If cite score is 5.5, it means each article was cited 5 to 6 times over 4 years. So we have to think of these impact metrics before we publish our paper. You have to think that this journal is top Q1 journal. It is SJR. It is having H index. Even once you publish your papers, you will see in Google Scholar, they will create your H index. For example, if the journal has H index or you have H index 100, it means 100 articles have been cited at least 100 times. So you have written 100 articles and it has been cited 100 times. H index becomes 100. It's a lifetime measuring the long impact by counting how many articles have received at least the same number of citation. This is known as H index. Suppose your H index is 10. It means 10 articles have been cited at least 10 times by other authors. I'm telling about your H index. I repeat, if your H index in Google Scholar is 10, it means 10 articles out of 100 articles of yours have been cited at least 10 times. It doesn't mean that one paper, one journal, your journal article has 100 citation. It doesn't make sense. So you might have different citations, but for 10 articles, you have been cited at least 10 times. So your H index is 10. Next, you have to evaluate the practical factor. You have to see the review time is important because some journals take many years. Of course, they have to peer review. It's not their mistake, but still, some journals take lot of time. If you have the time constraint, then you have to see that how much time that journals are taking. Based upon that, you have to select your journal based upon your time constraint. You have to select journal. So what I'm teaching you is what are the different strategies of selecting a journal before you add your article in that journal. Then it's very important, vital for you to see the acceptance rate of that journal. Sometimes acceptance rate is only 10%. So you may, if your paper you think that is not so well written or you're not so much confident, then you see the acceptance rate, rejection rate. If you say, oh, acceptance rate is only 10%, I feel that my paper is not so well written, so why to publish in that journal? So try to see their acceptance rate. Based upon that, make final decision. Based upon your paper quality, make final decision. I'm not saying you should not publish in these journals, but it depends upon various constraints you have in your paper. You have time constraint, you have quality constraint. Based upon that, I have to make a decision. Then please see that word limit. Sometimes we just send the paper, we never see the word limit, we never see the pattern, we never see what are the requirements of that journal. So based upon the requirement, based upon the word limit, you have to make your paper, because some journals, suppose they are allowing only 8,000 words, you wrote 11,000 words. So editor will say, what is this going on? They will reject it in the first go. Now, another paramount thing is that sometimes some journals, they give us special issues. So they launch a special issues. Okay, this month is a special issue month, and they can provide an advantage because they focus on special themes, specific themes, and editors are actively seeking papers in that area. So look for special issues. If there is any, try to find it and submit your paper as soon as possible in the special issue. Now, there are some red flags in journal selections. Please, you have to think of these things. You know, some paper they say, oh, we will accept your paper in 3 to 5 days, no review. So there's no use of publishing papers here because your paper has not gone through a peer review process. You are not knowing about what wrong you have done, how you can improve, and they just accept in a few days. So for this, you have to go to these website, put the name of that journal and see it is having some quality or not. Is it Scopus based? It is Web of Science? It is in databases of these journals. What is the quality of this journal is being judged through these links before sending the paper. Again, red flag. Some journals, they display fake metrics like global impact factor. So you have to verify using these links I have given to you. Fake impact factor, please. These are the red flags in journal selection. Some paper, they give unrealistic promises. So you have to check all these red flags before you are sending your paper, because writing paper, writing research articles, it takes lot of energy, it takes lot of time. So we have to be aware of these red flags in journal selection. So these are some of the tools I have given to you, some of the links like think, check, submit. So you have to think before you submit. You have to check the credibility, the quality of that journal, and then you submit. So very nice article. I have given you the link by thinkchecksubmit.org, and they have given some strategies for you before you send your paper. Of course, you have to see about the credibility by going to various websites. I've given you some links of those websites. Okay, core principle of publication ethics. Now we have done all the strategies of selecting a journal. So this was the first phase of my presentation, and the second phase is core principle of publishing ethics based upon COOP. What is COOP? Committee on Publishing Ethics. So they have given you what are the ethics you have to follow, obey before you publish a paper. So please see that you have to follow COOP, you have to follow ethics. Ethics means conducting and reporting research with honesty, and it's your responsibility. It should be having transparency, and you are accountable for fair authorship. So do not fabricate or manipulate data. Do not change survey results. If there is something wrong, please mention in the paper that, okay, when I was doing research, COVID came, and due to that, this happened, something. You have to be very fair with your authorship. You include only people who truly contributed to the research. So please include those people who truly contributed to the research. You are accountable, take responsibility of your work, correct mistakes if found. If the error is discovered after publication, please inform the journal to the editor ASAP as soon as possible. Be transparent, clearly explain your methods, funding, and conflicts of interest. Mention if the study was funded or not, and if your organization is funding or some other person is funding, so please mention this in your paper. Now, let us discuss about plagiarism. Now, question comes, how much plagiarism is acceptable? Most of journals want less than 10%. Okay, so we have to avoid direct plagiarism, means copying someone else's text word for word without quotation, without citation. So you are not giving the privilege to that person from where you took the data. You are not privileging, you're not honoring those authors, you're not citing those authors, and you are just copying pasting without their citation. So it's a part of plagiarism. Direct plagiarism, copy pasting a paragraph from a published article into your paper without reference, without quotations. Mosaic plagiarism means slightly changing words or sentence structure but still using the original idea without proper citation. So please rewrite a paragraph in your own words, and you are not giving credit to the source. So you have to give the credit. Next comes self-plagiarism. Self-plagiarism means reusing your own previously published text without proper citation. If you are referring your text, doesn't make there's no harm, but you have to cite yourself also. Copying the same literature review section from your earlier article into the new paper. So this is also wrong. So please don't copy the same thing in your second paper. This is known as self-plagiarism. Then data plagiarism meaning using someone else's data without permission or acknowledgement. So you have to take permission from that person. Sometime in their data also, in their figure also, they write that this is their copyright, and you cannot copy their figure, you cannot copy their data. Of course, if you get permission from that author, yes, you can copy. You have to take permission from that author. Sir or madam, you have written copyright issues. Can I use this? I have written on this paper. So you take permission from that author, and once you get the permission, try to mention in your paper already taken permission, or you are acknowledging that researcher. Then comes idea plagiarism, means using someone's concept, model, or theory without giving the credit. You are applying a published framework, it's already published. Of course, you are referring, you are doing literature review, you are publishing their paper, their framework in your study, but you are not citing the original author who has given you the framework. You just copy pasted in your paper. This is known as idea plagiarism, not at all accepted. So we have to think of different types of plagiarism before we send the paper to any journal. Ethical use of AI. Now we have AI, we have AI agents, we have AI agentics. Agentic means many agents working together. We have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have other Gemini, and all tools are available. Now these tools can support academic writing, of course, yes, but they must be used responsibly. It's your responsibility, your accountability, how you're using it. Now, sentence use. Using AI to improve grammar is fine. Clarity or sentence structure is acceptable. But of course, you have to mention this, that you have used it grammarly for grammar check. You write your manuscript, use AI to correct language error or improve readability. And AI should support your writing, not replace your thinking. I repeat, AI can support you for writing, but your thinking cannot be replaced. Thinking is your, idea is your, paper is yours. You have to have thinking on these processes. Using AI to create fake references is unethical. AI is generating a citation that does not exist, and you have included it without verifying the source. So it's always better for you to mention the DOI or the link in your references. So using AI to generate fake data is serious academic misconduct. It is unethical. Asking AI to create survey response instead of collecting real data is also unethical. It is not at all accepted. This is unethical use of AI. And I also request you to take permission of Research and Ethics Board of your college, of your university. Give them the questionnaire. Research and Ethics Board, they are expert people, and they can give you a letter that we have gone through your questionnaire and it is ethical questions. You can ask this. So, well, and unethical, we have to think. And once you get an REB report, ask your REB. Of course, they are going to mention the, dated on this day. They will give you a letter dated on this date. They will give you a reference number. So I request you to mention the REB, Research and Ethics Board, that you have received. You have gone through your university Research and Ethics Board. They have given me a letter, reference number this, dated this, and all ethics have been fulfilled before I am sending this paper to this journal. So there is an REB board in all the institutes. So please take the help of REB before doing any survey, before publishing your survey data questionnaire. So it should pass through your REB board. Safe workflow for using AI. Think, write, improve with AI, rewrite in your own voice, check similarity, and then submit. So I repeat, think, write, you can improve with AI, again rewrite in your own voice, check similarity, of course, it should be less than 10%, and then submit. Write your idea first, use AI only for editing and clarity, always verify references manually, check similarity before submission. How to avoid plagiarism? Write in your own words. This is the best way. Cite sources immediately while writing. Use reference managers. The reference managers like Zotero and others, they can help you. Do not copy sentence structure. Paraphrase. paraphrase properly, and combine ideas from multiple sources. So instead of copying a paragraph about technological acceptance, read it, understand it, rewrite it in your own words, and add the correct citations. Bad paraphrasing, changing only a few words. After every 3 or 4 words, there should be a different word. So changing only few words is not at all accepted. It is a bad paraphrase. Good paraphrase means you understand the idea, close the source, write from memory, and add citation. For example, original idea was leadership communication improves institutional trust. Now, good paraphrase, effective communication by leaders strengthens stakeholder confidence in institutions. And then you mention the name of the author and year based upon APA reference, based upon MLA. It depends upon the journal, which references they prefer. If you are putting in US, MLA, in our country, they prefer APA. Proper citation practices always cite when using a theory, referring to a model, quotation data, discussing previous research finding. You do not need to cite common knowledge. Some water boils at 100 degree. You must cite technology acceptance model, but sometimes you are over citing and you are doing citation. One author you are citing again and again in one paragraph. So it's not good. You have to think that you are not over citation. So best practices for young researchers: select journal before writing full paper, follow journal formatting strictly, read 3 to 5 recent papers of that journal, your target journal, before you send your paper, before you write a paper in that journal. Keep similarity below 15% or 10%. Maintain transparent authorship agreement. Of course, never rush submission without checking references, and respond to the reviewer because it is passed through the peer review process. Respond to the reviewer very professionally. Try to answer them in a professional way. Conclusion of my presentation. So in this presentation, I have discussed about various types of research. I discussed about what are the different strategies before sending your paper to any journal. I have highlighted bibliometrics, difference between bibliometrics and SLR. SLR is giving you you have to read many papers. And bibliometrics is a software. You add Scopus bib file using your keywords, put into the bibliometrics, and it will do analysis for you. Of course, you have to write. And it's a nice paper, but I prefer bibliometrics plus SLR. That is very nice paper written. Combination of both is an optimal paper for writing a literature review paper. It's a literature review paper which is combination of bibliometrics. In bibliometrics, there is BiblioShiny, which is a web-based, it's authenticated web-based software. And then plus, of course, you read papers and write a SLR. So combination of both is optimal for doing or writing a literature review paper. So successful academic publication requires both smart journal selection and strong research ethics. Always match your paper with journal scope, their keywords, quality indicators, and consider practical factors such as review time, acceptance rate, and so on. Based upon your constraint, based upon your quality, based upon your time, we have to think about these indicators. Also, we have to think about quality indicators. It's better to publish 2 or 3 papers, but top quality papers in 1 year. Some people, they prefer to publish 100 papers and not at all quality in 1 year. So it has no sense. So quality paper, 1 or 2 is fine in 1 year. At the same time, maintain honesty, avoid plagiarism, and use AI with you as an accountable, with responsibility, and follow fair authorship practices. So publishing is not just about acceptance, it is about protecting your academic credibility, your reputation. So now these are some of the useful resources for you I have given, and I will give this presentation to your members, to your HOD, and they can share. Journal indexing, Scopus sources, I have given you the link. When you just hover on the link, it will pop up and you can take the help of these useful resources I have given to you. So you want to check, it is Scopus based, it is web based, it is which quartile it is, all these things, what are different types of journal metrics, and is it open access or not. So I have mentioned some useful resources for you. Please obey publication ethics. So these are the links. You learn about publication ethics guidelines. So links are provided. Links are provided regarding Turnitin, plagiarism, similarity detection. Now there are 2 types of detection: AI detection and similarity detection. So both. So similarity tools used by journals, they use these tools. They use Turnitin. So these are the links I have given to you. So some of the research writing tools I've given to you for reference check. It is free. Download 30 article, insert APA citation in Word with 1 click. So Zotero, Mendeley, I've given you all these things, and I have highlighted in the form of a table. Some are, of course, they are paid. Some are free versions available. We have Overleaf, we have Notion, we have EndNote. It write and collaborate on research paper using LaTeX. It organizes research notes, deadlines, and ideas, and track journal target, literature review notes, and submission timeline. So all these things I have mentioned here for you, for your help. These are the references. Again, COPE and other things I have added here with the links. These are some of the references from where I took of course, this was my idea, but I have taken from these resources all these ideas. Okay, thank you so much for being so patient, listening to me, and please come up with the questions. Yes, from my side, it's done.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for your insightful and very informative session, sir. So actually, we have the session on the YouTube. It is a live one. So I think Sir, I have a question. So, suppose we are in some portals, and especially in the Scopers and all, in some sites it is showing as it is Q2, and some it is showing as Q3. So, what we should actually ideally we should take whether we should go for a SJR or the Scopers one.
Yeah, so as I have given you the links, these are all authenticated links. I have done lot of research for all the researchers who are attending this session. So please go through my presentation, and the links are provided to you, which are authenticated links from my research, which I have done. And please click that link and then see the authentication, the metrics of that research, the quality metrics of that research. So please go through that links, open it, click it, and these are, I have added the link so that you just hover and it will be opened. So please go through, it's mentioned my slide, and then put your name of the journal. It will tell you the authentication of that journal is Q1 or Q2 or Q3.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our head of the department, Dr. A. Balakrishna, sir, for your few words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and sparing here. In different time zone also, you have wake up early here, with early hours, and using your valuable time for us and sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity to hosting you. Thank you, sir.
I am also thankful to EC, HOD, and Madam Pooja, other committee members who have done a wonderful job for arranging this type of, the topic was too interesting for me even, your thought process, like what you are thinking. So delighted and honored to be part of your conference. You have done a fantastic job, and I hope if you need any help or any researcher who wants to work with me, I can share my official email address with EC, HOD. You can discuss with me, or any help you need in future. I'm always with you, and I'm so thankful to this college, this university, and give my regard to motherland India. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. I will share the group, sir, our email address.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable talk and the valuable words also. So now we invite Professor Mrs. Rajalakshmi Madam for the vote of thanks.
Yes, thank you, Pooja. A very pleasant evening to everyone. On behalf of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, PSCMR College of Engineering and Technology, Vijayawada, I deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks for today's enlightening session. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Amit Kohli, for delivering such a highly informative and thought-provoking session on journal selection strategies, publication ethics, and plagiarism. Sir, your deep insights into identifying the right journals, understanding indexing and impact factors, avoiding predatory publications, and maintaining ethical standards in research have greatly enriched all the participants. The clarity with which you explained plagiarism, policies, and ethical publication practices has given us practical guidance that we can directly implement in our research journey. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected principal and our head of the department, Dr. A. Balakrishna, for their continuous encouragement and support in organizing this 5-day online FDP on advanced research paper writing, scholarly tools, and journal selection strategies. My sincere appreciation goes to all the faculty members, research scholars, and participants who actively engaged in today's session and make it interactive, and meaningful. Finally, I thank the organizing team and technical support staff for their dedicated efforts in ensuring the smooth conduct of today's program. Once again, we thank Dr. Amit Kohli for sharing his valuable time and expertise with us. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Much for the nice words. Thank you so much, all of you. Great job, great work. And if you need any help in future, always there for you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye. Bye.
So now we are concluding the session of day 4. Tomorrow is day 5 of the FDP, which is the final day. So I look forward to your enthusiastic participation. So thank you all. Thank you for joining today. So I hope you will be coming soon tomorrow. Yeah, bye. Bye, sir. Amit
Bye.
Kohli. Bye, sir.
Bye.